Okay, social media plan. So, the 5 steps of creating a social media plan are first of all to determine the objectives or the objective or the objectives of your social media plan. Then choose the social media platforms that you're going to use to deliver that plan. And then plan the content that you're going to post or provide for this social media platform. And then last of all, distribute and promote. So let's go first of all through the objective. So it's important to know what the goal is for investing time and resources into social media. Your goal could just be, well, this is a new thing. Let's just find out what's going on. All right, and that's okay. But there seems to be too many people that are reluctant to spend time and money on social media because they don't have clear objectives of what they're going to get out of it, right? And the reason why they don't have clear objectives because they're not really sure what they can do or how it aligns with their business, the overall strategy and stuff. Because they don't know, they don't make objectives because they don't have objectives, they don't get involved in it. So sometimes the objectives could just be to explore, try, be innovative. Let's see how these things go. For us, we're doing digital marketing now, so I don't expect my students in this class to be in that situation. You should know what social media is, you should know what it can do. So the objectives, you'll be saying, well, how do they align with our organisational objective? Now, Sprout Social, they show the top priorities for social savvy companies and they vary greatly from company to company. Now, the greatest one was to increase brand awareness, which is quite surprising in one way because I've explained to you the power of using social media to develop relationships with customers and to generate loyalty. But you can see here the word loyalty isn't actually used at all, but there is engagement, but that's community engagement. So I think these results are quite surprising to me. So let's just quickly go through them because if you go, well, it's one thing saying you need an objective, but if you give us some example of what objectives are, it's going to help us easier to know what good objectives are. So first one, increase brand awareness. And that can be quite makes a lot of sense because if you're posting things, that can be very visual and to make people aware of what's going on, right? So very effective for that. Now, sales lead generation. This is quite an old school thing. When social media came out, we did a lot of, when I say we, like the marketing community did a lot of like buy now, 25% off, or through social media. Like a lot of it was this sales incentivized promotion or discount incentivized promotions to increase sales. So this does work. Like if you are having a sale, you can let people know on social media, and that's one thing because you're making them aware of a sale that's happening. But if you're saying click on this link to receive 15% off or coupons and stuff like that, what tends to happen is you collect the people that follow you that aren't loyal to your business, that are only just trying to get discount. They're very fickle customers, and the loyalty is typically low with organisations that use that approach. And that's not me saying, that's what the research shows. So increased community engagement, and that's with customers and just with interested people like stakeholders. So that's quite broad. Grow my brand's audience, which is a fairly, we're going to look at that a little bit coming up, but that's not a very good objective, and I'll show you why. And then increase web traffic, which is good to see that dropping, but when social media first came out, like the marketing people that were embracing social media were saying the primary objective for our social media is to bring customers to our website, and they just saw it as a collection tool to bring people to the website, which is what really digital marketing was about. Thankfully, we've moved well beyond that now, and a lot of commerce actually happens via social media, and social media is a more I'll be careful what I say here, can be in some contexts a more powerful tool for online sales or online business, online marketing than actual websites themselves. So some business still in the mentality, websites, everything goes through the website. Other businesses are more evolved and go, no, well, why drive people to our website when we can communicate with them on social media, we can promote things to them on social media, and we can sell things to them on social media. So why use the website then? Why does it have to go through the website? Let's do this on social media where they already are. Right. So determine the objectives. So clear objectives guide decision making, such as budget allocation. This is the key point I want to make. I keep saying this over and over again to my marketing students. The idea of having a strategy, and I haven't said the word strategy here, but the idea of objective is part of a social media strategy, right? So you have an objective. This is what we want to achieve, right? Then you go, well, we're prepared to allocate these resources to achieving that objective. Unless you're prepared to allocate resources to achieving those objectives, it's not really a plan, it's just a wish list. It's like, we want this to happen, it'd be nice to have that, it'd be nice to have that. But no, it's like, this is what we want, and think of it from a military perspective, because this is where the theory evolved from, right? If you're a military commander and you've got, a couple of battalions of tanks, you've got infantry, you've got squadrons of engineers, you've got all these people, you've got artillery stuff, you've got all these resources, and you go, right, we need to get to this city, and on the way we're going to get this hill, and we're going to get this port, right? So you go, right, we're going to allocate these tanks to that one, those tanks to there, this infantry to there. That is really inaccessible for ground infantry to get into that mountain, so we're going to allocate ground infantry to the port side. We're going to have the mechanized infantry do the mountain. So you're saying, these are what we're going to get, this is what we're going to achieve, this is our objective, and this is what we're going to deploy, the resource that we're going to use to achieve those objectives. And it's quite surprising the amount of times that people have these objectives, but they haven't allocated resources to get them, and then it's for nothing. So if you're going to do social media, know what you want and know what you're prepared to spend. Like, do you have a social media budget? Also time. Like, how much of your marketing time is going to be allocated to socials? Now, social media marketing goals should align with overall marketing strategy. This is important. You're not just a breakaway splinter cell. The reason why we do social media is the same reason we do marketing, which is the same reason we do business. So everything should align from your social media plan, social media strategy, to your marketing strategy, to your organizational strategy. If it doesn't line up, you're going to get people doing different things, and you're not working together as an organization. Objectives are also used to determine if the marketing efforts have been successful. If you say, we're going to take this city, that's our objective, this is a military thing, right? We're going to take this city, we'll take it back, then we're going to allocate these resources. We'll know where the campaign was successful if we have the city. Same with marketing. If we go, we want to have this many interactions, this many likes, this many shares, we'll know if we get that, right? That's why when I say objectives, I really don't want you to think about like small objectives. I want you to think about the big picture, like the behavioural objectives. Like, are you going to improve the customer's perception of your brand? Right? And you can do that through social media. Are you going to increase repeat purchase intention? So where your customers are more inclined to buy again with you. Are you going to increase customer satisfaction? All these things we can measure. Alright, so that's it for this section. Now we're going to look at the social media platforms and how to choose them for our social media plan.